Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to our coffee times to talk about horror. And today I am here to announce the evilathon for 2024. I wanted to do it quicker, but I have not had the time because going on holidays, everything has been a little bit delayed for October. But we're here today to talk about the evilathon, my plans for this year, give you all the prompts, all the information. So let's go.
It's coffee time!
Some years ago, I decided to start my own readathon. I don't know exactly when I started this journey, but I know that my goal with this readathon was to get people excited about horror and to get people to read more horror. So there are so many readathons already out there and they are all fantastic. And many of the horror themed readathons take place during the month of October, which is normal. So I decided, why not make mine in the month of November so we can extend the Halloween month until Christmas comes around. And so for me, every year I have basically 2 months of full-on Halloween. The evilathon is a month-long readathon, which means it's gonna take place for the whole month of November, so you guys have time to complete all of the prompts. Every year I try to find some sort of theme for the prompts, and this year I thought, why not Alien? Because this year Alien Romulus came out, which is one of the, Alien movies that has the most horror in it, and I really enjoyed it. And I did a full rewatch of the whole Alien franchise, so I thought it would be perfect for this readathon to do it Alien themed, a little bit of sci-fi horror, which is something I haven't done before. I want everybody to be able to participate, so I always keep the prompts very generic, and obviously you can stretch the prompts, you can combine the prompts, do whatever works for you. If you only read one book for this readathon, that is also perfectly fine. This year we have a total of 10 prompts. 9 of them are about books, about reading, and 1 of them is about watching a horror movie. I always do that to keep it a little bit more entertaining and also to kind of push you guys to watch a little bit more horror. As always, it can be any level of horror. It can be middle grade, YA, adult horror, it can be really extreme, it can be mild, it can be just light on the horror, whatever works for you. You can even choose a thriller if horror is too much. But apart from the 10 prompts, which I do every single year, I wanted to start doing more with these readathons. So one of the next steps is going to be this year, because we're going to have a total of 6 activities to go together with our reading prompts. And of course, we are also going to have some reading sprints together throughout the month of November. So let's take a look first at all the prompts. The first one is called Hypersleep, and let me read you what that means. It is another word for stasis or suspended animation. It is the process of slowing down the life process by using chemicals or cold temperature without killing the person. It's a way to preserve the human vital functions. For this prompt, you have to read a book that either takes place in winter or in a cold place or even cold water, whatever works for you. Quarantine, and this is the isolation of an individual who may be contaminated with a contagious and or dangerous disease. For this one, you have to read a book about a virus or any contagious disease or anything that can be applied to this, any kind of sickness. Chest burster, and I think for this one I don't really need to explain, because if you're familiar with the Alien franchise, you know what a chest burster is. If you're not familiar, let me sum it up for you. An alien has different stages. It starts with an egg, then it turns into a face hugger, and that implants inside of your body, and then you get a little cute chest burster, which is a little alien that comes out of your chest. And yes, it does kill you in doing so, coming out of your chest, but it's still a very cute alien. For this prompt, you have to read a book with an alien or a creature. This can be any type of creature. It can be something supernatural. It can be something alien. It can be a creature. It could be a bear. It could be a shark, whatever you want. The next prompt is mother, because mother is a word that has a lot of meaning in the Alien franchise. Almost in every movie, there is some sort of reference or talk of a mother. And so for this, I would like you to read a book that has either an evil mom slash stepmom, or maybe a disturbing family. If you cannot find a book specifically about an evil mom, then maybe something about an evil family or an evil sister. Just let's keep it in the family. Predator, and this is in honor to Alien versus Predator that came out in 2004. The fans really wanted this mashup, and then when the movie came out, they realized that it didn't work out as well as they had hoped. Sometimes you should not always get what you want. That's what you have to take from this. But as the reading prompt, you need to read a book that has a real-life predator, a serial killer, somebody that kills people, can be a notorious killer. It can be even non-fiction. You can read true crime here, whatever works for you, but basically you're looking here for a real-life monster. Next prompt is called David, in honor to the android that was introduced in Prometheus, which was the first prequel to the Alien franchise, and he did return for Covenant. And for this one, I would like you to read a book that includes a robot, an android, anything related to technology like that. It can also be like a killer computer. You can stretch this, to fit your needs. Face hugger. And as I have explained before, when the alien is in the egg, then it turns into a face hugger, which is basically a little cute alien that hugs your face, doesn't let you breathe, and implants something inside of your body through your throat, which is really cute. So anyway, for this prompt, you need to read a book that is like a comfort, cozy read. Is either an author that their reads are something that are very comforting to you, or something that you're gonna love, like a warm hug. One cozy, comforting read. The next prompt is called Queen, because in the direct sequel to Alien called Aliens, James Cameron introduced the Alien Queen, which I absolutely loved. I love the design of that alien. And there have been many other queens in horror, and one of my favorite queens is Queen of the Damned. And so for this prompt, I would like you to actually read a book about vampires. The last reading prompt is Ripley, and Ellen Ripley is one of the most iconic heroines in history, in cinema history. Everybody knows her. And at the beginning, she was actually supposed to be a dude, but then the director met Sigourney Weaver, and then they decided to hire her for the job. And you can see that her character is still very masculine, but she was one of the best first final girls. For this one, I would like you to read a book that has a very strong lead female main character, or a final girl, anything like that, just a strong female character. The 10th prompt is actually a prompt for watching a movie, and I've decided to call this one Resurrection. So for this one, I would like you to watch a movie that is either a remake, a sequel, a reboot, something like that. It can also be a reboot from a movie that you have already seen. It is up to you. And if you don't like reboots and remakes and stuff like that, which I completely understand, you can also choose here to watch a classic horror movie that you have never seen before. So that was everything for the reading prompts and the movie prompt. But now let's talk about what's new this year, which are 6 activities. And I have tried to keep this also kind of simple because I want everybody to have the chance to participate. The first one is mind games. And for this one, I would like you to solve a puzzle. And it can be anything from a real physical puzzle to something that you can do on your phone through an app. It can be a Sudoku, it can be any type of puzzle that you want. The next activity is raise your glass, and I would like you here to recreate a beverage that is nostalgic to you. It can be something from your childhood, from your teenage years, anything that brings you comfort because it's something that you used to have a lot before maybe, and maybe you don't have it as much anymore. Our next activity, it's called It's Nice to Have a Friend. And for this one, I would like you to actually draw a little alien, and I thought it would be cool if you would get inspiration from things that scare you in order to draw the alien. So if you're afraid of spiders, you can do like spider legs on the alien or something like that. I don't know, just go wild with it and experiment. I don't draw often, but it's something that I used to do a lot when I was a kid. So I think this one is going to be a really fun activity. The next one is easy. It's called The Evil One, and it's basically for you to attend to join in one of our reading sprints through the month of November. So all you have to do is pop up to one of our reading sprints. The next activity is Shining Star. For this one, I would like you to wear something that is kind of alien related, cosmic, space related, like an outfit for the day that is inspired by aliens, by space. And what you can do if you have social media and if you want to, you can share it in social media and tag me. I think the best option would be probably Instagram, but you don't have to share it in social media if you don't want to. You can send it privately to me on a DM if you want. If you don't want to post it publicly, or if you don't want to take pictures, just wear it in the comfort of your own home for a day, and that's it. And the last activity, it starts with the egg. And for this one, I would like you to eat anything that looks like an egg or maybe tastes like an egg. If you want to have eggnog, be my guest. So you can have real eggs if you eat them. You can have chocolate eggs. You can have also, I think they sell some candy that look like eggs, so anything that works for you. Now that we have talked about the prompts and the activities, now let's talk about the reading sprints. So I have planned 4 reading sprints for the month of November, but I am going to be away for a week almost because I'm going to be in London attending Yelk and going to the theater and all of that good stuff that I love to do when I'm in London. So I have tried to plan the reading sprints around it so that you still get 4 reading sprints with me, and they're going to be 4 public reading sprints with guests. I still have to check who can come to which reading sprints, so all of that will be announced later. I will post on my Instagram when the reading sprints are coming, probably like some days before, so that you guys get a reminder. These are the dates that I have in mind at the moment, and I'm gonna try to keep these dates, but if I change them, I'll let you know. So these are the plans for Evilathon 2024. I hope that you're excited with the prompts and the activities and everything, and I hope that you can join, even if it's just with one book, and you can come to at least one of our reading sprints. I would like to make this readathon a little bit bigger each year and add more things that we can do together and plan more things. So we shall see what I can plan for 2025. But I hope that you like the prompts and activities and everything that I have planned for this year. Let me know down below what you think of it. Let me know if you are planning on joining, and if you start already planning your TBR, let me know which books are you gonna be reading for it. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, you guys, and thanks so much for all your support. If you want to directly support me and the channel, please consider joining my Patreon. The link is down below, and I hope to see you all, as always, in our next coffee time. Bye!